All right, guys. So I hate to talk about this kind of stuff right now. It irritates me to actually focus more attention and energy towards talking about something like this, but I feel like it might be helpful to someone out there who may be going through something similar to myself. So the thing is, I kept hearing information, and forgive me if I don't keep making eye contact. I just sometimes when I'm thinking, I look away and think. So, but the thing is, I was hearing something about I was more so feeling it, not hearing. I don't want no people to tell some, oh, she's schizophrenic. So, anyways, I was just minding my own business, watching a video, and my son was awake at the time, screaming and stuff. And then I was having this feeling, and then I kept hearing the bells go off outside all of a sudden when I had that feeling, and it was like confirmation. So then I realized that potentially they could have been trying to get my son taken away from me. And so I did ask on the angel answer cards, my angels, if they were trying to. Yes, came out quickly, and that's I was feeling it so strong all of a sudden. So I was like, that's what he was trying to do. And then that doing that, answering those questions that I was asking is what propelled me to go deeper, and like I started asking more going on a quest, asking more questions and figuring out that I was asking why. Then it made me think deeper to ask if potentially the woman who owns it, I think she owns it, I'm not sure, but it's named after her because she's Kelly, and it's called Kelly DeBruin Counseling. So, anyways, um, I'm trying to make this quick. So basically, I found out allegedly that the reason why she wanted my son to be taken from me after asking so many different questions, by seeing the variables of different outcomes and the potentials of like why someone would want something like that to happen. So I just think about all the variables of the possibilities of why someone wants something to happen, and the by thinking about the outcome that they wanted to take place, and that's how I connected dots of figuring out why and how. Um, why someone did something and why they want it to be done. I'm still in the middle of investigating it spiritually myself, but the thing is, I found out this was technically some sort of thing to. Um, so it started off with me asking why did she? Because I found out it was her also that wanted me to lose my son, and the reason I'm going to get to why I found out that part because of some other stuff that was going on during the course of me observing the behaviors of my therapist, which was part of the reason why he kind of got in an attitude and got in his ego trying to turn things around on me. um but anyways, so anyway, she wanted me to lose my son so that I would do something crazy and get locked up in jail or do something else crazy and possibly lose everything. I didn't clarify that yet, but I did see that she wanted me to lose everything. I mean, well, she probably did because I said that on accident. But no, she wanted my son to be taken from me so that I would probably go insane because they know what my history was when I signed up to be there in the first place. And my therapist was discussing my case or my notes and stuff of that of they what the things that we talked about. Basically, sorry, I was stuttering, the things that we had spoken about, and he talked to her about it. I said talk to it. He talked to her about it. He was doing that quite often at times, and I was like, I kind of didn't feel comfortable with that because I know how people can be when that type of stuff happens. It's like the example of when you're cool with somebody or you're friends with someone and their best friend comes over, or you're their best friend and then their other friend comes over, or you're just all just friends, no best friends, and then they'd be like, "Oh, my other friend's coming over." Like, "Oh, don't worry, she my friend. You're cool, y'all cool." But it don't be like that. Sometimes you guys might be cool, but it doesn't mean necessarily that that other friend's gonna be cool with you as well. Like for instance, that happened to me before, where somebody would just be jealous for whatever their own perception was that they concluded themselves, and they didn't even know me, so they it automatically made them not like me. So they were cool with the friend I was friends with, but they didn't like me. So they were, you know how you get that they be like that snooty type of way with you, but then they try to act cool with the friend. They be like, "Yeah, girl, let's do this," or they try to do little stuff to try to make you feel like the third wheel, essentially. But anyways, it was I was getting that kind of vibe. I'm like, why he keep going back talking to her at 444 about what we got going on, not going on like that, but like what we're talking about. Like I felt like it data had been breached already. Data had been breached already of confidentiality, even though she is the firm owner. But I was starting to feel like them going back and forth, possibly discussing. I was feeling that. But anyways, let me get back to the point. So the thing I want to basically talk about is, let me just skip all the shit. So she wanted to do this. She wanted me to end up doing that shit, basically, of losing my mind and doing something crazy after potentially getting my son taken away from me if they could successfully do that. Was to earn merit, get a stripe. I don't. I asked. I After asking all these other questions, I asked if she was somebody who was one of those people I recently found out about, maybe like a year ago or less than a year ago. I think I found out about it from my ex boyfriend, who always deal with Caucasian women, but he don't never. He uses them basically, but because he was around them a lot, he found out some things like, if you see somebody with like a black web or a spider on their elbow or some other tattoo, and it has a red line like a black widow spider, then that means they killed a nigga before or some shit like that, or they did something where they sacrificed them or something. And I didn't know that. And one time I saw a guy that would just had these black boots, and he had red laces going all the way up the black boot. And to me, that kind of signified that. I saw him standing at the bus stop, and I was laughing to myself because I was like, yeah, you probably killed a nigga or sacrificed him, but you're standing at the bus stop, so where's your car? Or maybe he had gotten an accident or something. Anyway, who knows? But I was just like, it was me just talking mess in my head about that. But anyways, that's a sign. Like, so basically, that's what she was trying to gain merit doing that, by like, she took down a nigga basically. And my therapist, he, or Chidozi, however you say his name, he was trying to gain merit with her, and I found out by series of questions, getting answered. And this is like spiritually. That's why I said allegedly, but I'm saying it because I know, because the orchestration of how everything went. Like, I was remembering that there were some things I was telling him about, like if he considered me paranoid or whatever. He had at least 2 months prior to him finally scheduling initiating a CPS investigation to do so. Like 2 months prior to that, when I was telling him about the people who harassed me, he just thought he was making fun of me, talking about something I was paranoid. But then he was like, see how, like, that's why I said that on another video about him trying to see the, it was like, these people are ridiculous. But anyways, he was negligent. He didn't um, initiate anything. He was acting like he was concerned for my safety at times, but he wasn't. He was just trying to see if there was things I would say to bait him to try to get me. Like, he was kind of like manipulative, like deceptive and conniving in that way. I could sense it. That's why I was starting to pull away from him and back out. And one time he got upset that I already talked about how he got upset about me not showing up to like three of the um like close to when it was close to our time to start. He got mad and he said, he feels like I'm not taking his time seriously. But if I wasn't, I would just not show up. And if I wouldn't communicate with you at all. I would just stop coming altogether and not say a word. And I proactively communicated him very well about those things, and that's why I was still being there. But then he turned it around, and then he got jealous because he even he is like, he got jealous or hateful about me having like my ambitions and my aspirations to basically turn my life around from where it was at that point, and then do something on the level he was doing it. And it's almost like he started acting like, who does she think she is, or some type of attitude. And I was like, wow. And I already started to see how he was being like kind of manipulative. I just won't go into those things on this video to keep it less than 10 minutes. But yeah, just keep those things in mind, guys. That sometimes people be just trying to do stuff because they want to gain merit in some sort of organization, that they took a nigger down when they're the nigger themselves, being a white person. Yes, you guys are niggers. If you want to call us niggers, that's what you are. And then the stupid shit you do, you take down a family just for merit, but then want to be concerned and care about your family. And then that Negro don't know that she's prejudiced and that she don't like black people. She probably be fake. And there's another video I'm going to make talking about how I know that people can smile in your face and pretend they're cool with you while being subconsciously programmed as somebody who's prejudiced and racist. Because there was a guy trying to date me, and I already peeped how he was subconsciously racist. And then by the time he confessed that his parents were racist, I already knew. It was basically confirmation. That's why I was like, hell no. So yeah, it's possible. So Just want to let you guys know that, and I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you on the next video.